Hello, fellow journal enthusiasts. Since it is, I don't know, January 158th, I thought that today might be a good day to introduce my journal lineup for 2026. I've had, what is it, like 3, 4-ish weeks to give everything a dry run, and I think it's going to work out pretty well. Journaling is not new for me this year, and I have kept examples of all of the journals that I have on the desk in front of me at one point in during most of my life, though probably when I was younger, I didn't think of them as the important analog escape that they have become for me now. But they were just as important. All right, so to introduce you to the lineup, introduce you to myself. My name is Lisa Wilson, and this is sort of my place to share and engage in a hobby that I really love, and I hope to learn uh, more from all of you and to share what I'm learning as we go along. So, my first and main journal for this year is my very first Hobonichi ever. I usually use a teacher day planner. My day job is as a high school teacher, and I've always used one of those larger. Clever Fox makes a great teacher planner, and they've worked really well for me over the years. But they're heavy and they're big, and they really don't leave a lot of room for your family or regular life stuff. And so I always had to have that in my phone and then the planner for school. And so this year in December, I ordered my very first um, Hobonichi. And I actually got the weeks, the mega weeks, because I need all the papers for the fun notes and things that I need to keep for meetings and such. Um, to try to grab something that I could literally throw into my bag, my purse, and take with me all the time. And it has been absolutely fabulous. So this is something that I have on me at all times. And this whole first stack are the things that I use absolutely every day. The second one is a journal that I got at this ladies' retreat literally 10 years ago because I was pregnant with my son, and he turned 10 in October. So it's been at least that long. And I found it when I was cleaning my room. It was a gift as we were leaving the retreat. And it's like a 5-year journal, and it has like these small little spaces. And so I started it this year in 2026, and it is my gratitude journal. So this one I don't carry around with me. I actually keep it upstairs next to my bed, and at the end of the day I write in the things that I thought were the most whimsical, the most beautiful, and what I'm most grateful for at the end of the day. And I think it's a very nice way to leave the day before getting a good night's sleep, hopefully. This one is my morning page journal. It's just like a Filofax style. I ordered it from Soto Studios with some journaling stickers and washi tapes that I was enthralled with. And as part of my winter personal curriculum, I've been trying to work my way through The Artist's Way. It's a very famous book, and part of the practice is to do morning pages, which I thought was going to be the most easy part of the practice. I thought fitting in the artist dates and things like that would be difficult for a busy mom and wife and working person, but it's been the morning pages. It's hard to fit them in, and so I'm not going to lie to you. They have not all been morning pages. Some of them are at lunchtime pages and just before almost going to bed pages, like my gratitude journal. But I've been keeping with it, and I've only actually missed completely one day. And we'll see what I get out of the practice as it moves along. But it's been an interesting thing because definitely, if it's supposed to teach you something about yourself, I'm definitely learning some things about myself that I did not know. So those are the things I use every day in my journal lineup. So it's really just the three. But then we add another three to the mix that I would say I use these at least once a week. The first, I do carry this with me all the time. I keep it in my school bag. It is probably my favorite journal right now. just because it's so beautiful. And where I bought it, there's such a beautiful memory attached to that. It comes from the Manufactus Made in Italy store. I went to the location by the Pantheon this summer, and they actually, you can have it embossed, engraved with whatever you like. And the journals are beautiful, real leather, put together, handmade, gorgeous journals. And this one I use, and there's the little, they stamp it with their maker's mark. And this I use for my story and creative writing ideas, journal prompts, anything to do with writing, I collect in here so that my ideas don't get lost. And so I usually have that on me. I don't crack it out all the time, but I have it in case I need it. Speaking of the winter curriculum, this is my new commonplace book. I actually don't think I keep a commonplace book. Now that I've been looking into the actual definitions of them, I think I keep what is called a zibaldone. But this is my, like my eighth. Usually I use the, it's like a Leustrum, I'm not sure the way you pronounce it, 1917 book for that. I have a couple examples of my travel journals in those as well. They tended to be my favorite up to this point, but I ordered this beautiful one. It's like a model of a book that held Shakespearean poems in the 1800s, and I got it on Amazon. And so that's, since I was full up on my last book, and that's where I'm going to keep my notes as I work through the artist's way and other things through that winter curriculum. And this beauty, I actually kept her for a very long time. She was my very first bullet journal that I ever bought. And I got it at, we have a bookstore here in Canada, Chapters Indigo, ages ago. And it was like a very expensive treat. I hadn't paid more for a journal, like dollar store, like $3. And this was my very first one that was like $28 or something. And for a really long time, it was so gorgeous. The pattern is like a Japanese teacup. It's a paper blank. And anyway, so I started using it in the fall, and I call it my joy journal. I know it's very common to keep junk journals now, but for me, it's just a chance to explore and play and collage and try neat things that I see on different social media. There's like different quotes, and I was trying some stamps out. Just I help out with the scrapbook club at school, and so we were playing with all kinds of scraps or stamps, and we play with scraps too, but this was particularly stamps, and seeing how the different inks looked. And then this was something I saw like on Facebook one time. It was like, well, I think it was the washi tape shop. They had how to use stickers to and washi tapes to create kind of like a Dutch door, but not really. And I think I've been thinking a lot about like womanhood and reading things. Pride and Prejudice and Little Women are on my winter personal curriculum for reading, and I sort of thought, well, maybe I might do a spread like that. And so that is literally for joy. It is only for fun. It is only for my own pleasure, and I try to do at least one spread in there once a week. I have missed some weeks just if it's so busy, but it exists purely to make me happy. The name of this particular project's the Jolly Journalist, and I think we need more whimsy and jolly in our lives. So if I can have it by finally breaking out my beautiful journal, then that's what I do. One thing I have kept my whole adult life is our travel journals. This one is for my family, and it is full of forest family adventures. And so I keep that, even just little adventures, like little weekend trips here or there. We went to pick strawberries. There's an entry about that in there, things like that. So I've always kept travel journals. This is the latest one I've been working on, and it is from a trip to Europe that we took with the high school kids. And so that's the kind of journaling that I love to do. I like to do a mix, kind of like a collage, and a lot of writing as well. You can see a lot of my writing there. I tend to pair the two quite a bit. So I have been keeping travel journals forever, and there's still things that I'm adding, and I have to make a cover for it. I've never quite committed to that. See, to cover up my glue pieces here. But this year, my family is planning a trip to Europe this summer together. We're going to take our kids and my dad, who's in his 70s. And so I've purchased my very first traveler's notebook for actual the traveler's journals. And I love the way that it's brand new. I've never used it. The way that it goes together, and you can have different, oh, that's my, it was, it was in a record. It's an autographed postcard by the Bare Naked Ladies, which is one of my favorite bands. Anyway, I just stuck it in there, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to be getting it ready for when we go on that trip, so that it's sort of set to go, so I can capture the moments, and then of course indulge in all of the paraphernalia and the collections when we get home, and I get to put it all together and keep my family's memories in it. So this one, not an every week journal, but definitely will be used frequently, because I'm going to set that up. You'll also have like 885 little booklets in there. It won't be like that when I actually use it, but I'm very excited. And then my final sort of to be used once in a while journal is a reading journal. And I actually got this one on Amazon. I have not started it. Some girls at work and I are thinking that we are going to start a book club. And I wanted a nice sort of really formalized place to put notes and quotes and things that we would be doing and reading together. And I've never kept a reading journal as such. I've kept quotes, and I love poems and really neat things that I've read. And I've obviously kept annotated copies of novels and things, especially the ones that I teach with in my class. But this one was a really, really good. I cannot suggest it enough. And in fact, maybe I will put a link to it in the section that accompanies this video, because it really is beautiful. And the ladies at work that we're going to be doing the book club with have done book clubs before, and they are very impressed with this as a reading journal. And in fact, had looked up, when I brought it in to show them, had looked it up on Amazon and had ordered one immediately. So apparently it is a very good choice. So I'm very pleased that I didn't mess that up at all. And so that is my lineup for the year. I'm looking forward to an enjoyable 2026, fully invested in this hobby once again. And I hope that I'll get to share some of that with you. If you have a journal suggestion of something that I should add to my lineup, please feel free to add that to the comments. And I would love to see examples of what you're doing. Or if you have ideas of how to make the most out of my very fancy, very new, and already beloved Hobonichi, please feel free to share that as well. Thank you very much. And we'll be seeing each other soon. Bye.